Simon, finding my why 6 years ago now literally pulled me out of a decade plus of what I call the dark place, and I will be forever grateful for that. Since then, I've left a high-flying corporate career, started my own business, and helped hundreds of people find their why, individually and in groups. And I've seen the impact when someone doesn't just discover their why, but they actually live from it. Right now, people are struggling. You don't need me to tell you that. Uncertainties everywhere, quiet quitting, burnout, so many high achievers just going through the motions, stuck in roles that no longer light them up. Since leaving corporate, people message me constantly saying they wish they could do the same, to quit, start something themselves, their own business. But 99 times out of 100, I say don't do it. The grass is rarely greener. Starting a business is so hard, especially alone. And you shouldn't have to blow up a perfectly good career just to feel fulfilled. As I often say, you don't need to leave, you need to lead. I've watched people on the edge of quitting find real fulfillment right where they were, not by changing jobs, but by reconnecting what truly drives them. But here's the thing, I can only do so many why discoveries myself. So I started training teams and cohorts to help each other find their why. And honestly, these were even more powerful. There's something magic about watching colleagues who've worked together for years connect on this whole different level. But the process isn't flawless. There are 3 challenges I kept seeing. 1, for the partner, the pressure is real. They really want to get it right, and that fear often holds them back from even saying yes. 2, not all partners are made equal. Confidence, listening, bias, it all varies, and therefore, unfortunately, so do the outcomes. And for the participant, even when they find their why, it lands, applying it, that's the bit that gets lost. They walk away inspired, but do they do much different? So I started asking myself, how do we solve this? How do we make this even more effective, scalable, but yet still deeply human? And the answer I landed on was leverage AI. Now, I know, I was skeptical too. I never, ever want to remove the humanity from a discovery process. But hear me out. What if AI wasn't a replacement, but a companion? What if it actually freed people up to go deeper? Here's what I'm imagining. A tool that transcribes the story sharing in real time, highlights recurring words, themes, emotional cues, phrases, offers prompts when a story stalls or when you need to go a little bit deeper, surfaces patterns, like a third voice in the room, but yet with perfect recall and no bias. So the partner isn't stuck trying to take notes, analyze, and hold space all at once. They can just listen, be present, track tone, emotion, body language, all of the stuff that makes these conversations really, truly transformational. This tool wouldn't take away the magic, it would support it. It would reduce pressure, increase confidence, and improve the outcomes. And let's be honest, the appetite is already there. In 2025, finding purpose became the 3rd most common generative AI use. That wasn't even on the list a year earlier. People are clearly searching for it. But how good is the support that they're actually getting? Most outputs are surface level, samey, lacking soul. Why? Because AI is only as good as the input. But what if that input came from real human connection? That's what I want to build. A tool to amplify what's already working, to scale it, strengthen it, while keeping it fully human first. Imagine teams inside organizations helping each other discover their why, but without the fear, pressure, or overwhelm. Imagine someone saying to their friend, "I'm stuck, will you help me?" And having a tool, prompts that support them to do that really well. It's called the Why Discovery Companion. I see it being used across corporate workshops, leadership programs, coaching, schools, even as a companion to your Find Your Why book, making it even easier, more effective for anyone to help someone else. Now, I said this is personal, so here's how I found my why. Well, on paper, I had it all. Dream job, good money, life living by the beach in Australia, but I felt awful. I read Find Your Why, and I asked a friend to help. He was terrified. He didn't want to get it wrong. So I offered to go first and find his. If that worked, he could do mine. Even then, the pressure almost stopped him, and he really loved me. He wanted to help. Now imagine two colleagues who barely know each other. You get the picture. That's why I want to build this, to remove barriers, to honor the human connection, not replace it, and to help far, far more people not just discover their why, but live it. Because what your work did for me, it helped me overcome depression. It gave me direction. It's something I've used every single day since. So here's my ask. I'd love 15 minutes of your time to share 3 $1 million ideas for how I could see that this can amplify your work, your reach, and your impact. If it's not for you, totally fine. But I've sat on this far too long. Let fear hold me back from sharing it, and I'm done with that. Because I truly believe we could create something so meaningful together. Thank you for everything you've already put into the world. And thank you for watching. I really hope to hear from you.